Well, hello, welcome to ILoveGay today. I have a strong feeling this is going to be one of those interviews that we're going to say is one of the more fun interviews. We're here with Steve Greenberg. How are you?
Just fine. I'm thrilled to be on it. This is really a treat for me. So thank you for having me on.
Oh, ditto. I love seeing everything you do because you are so unique. Here you are, you're out there online and you're really good with like all social media and on YouTube, even YouTube Shorts. I noticed you were even doing YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, I'm learning. In that desperate attempt to stay relevant. I'm trying to learn. So I actually learned that doing YouTube alone isn't enough. You got to do shorts because then they reward you by spreading your word out some more. So yeah, I'm doing it all.
I love it.
Thanks.
But I think what's interesting, you've got the show, the Gadget Game Show, and you were like all things Mr. Gadget. So yeah, just tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I started as a news reporter, so I did that for a whole slew of years. And then I branched out and I said I was tired of news. So I worked for Home and Garden Television and Discovery Channel. And one of those gigs had me doing gadgets for a show called Your New House. And I really loved it. And my dad was a garage inventor. My brother's a garage inventor. So it just seemed like it fit, was organically right for me. And so I was showing a lot of gadgets on television shows, especially Discovery Channel. And I thought, gee, I should do a gadget TV show. Yeah. Pitched the idea. Nobody wanted it. So I eventually, one of those people I pitched it to said, you know what, you should write a book. I'm like, I'm not really a book guy. I'm a TV guy. But I took his advice and I actually got a literary agent that he connected me with. And that turned into Gadget Nation. And that got me on the Today Show. And actually so many great things came out of the book. And that's sort of became my niche. So I left being a reporter and became more of a gadget guy and go to the Consumer Electronics Show. I think I've talked to every inventor association around the country. So I really feel connected to the invention world. And I love showing their products because, everybody loves to see what's new. And this is all about what's new.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's like the way you're describing it, everything kind of without even having to have a lot of forethought in it. You did the right steps and everything just sort of opened doors and led to the next step.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had written the book 10 years earlier. I wish, I really didn't know this was going to be my path, but it just kind of fell in front of me that way. And I really love it. I mean, I've always loved doing the TV part of it, even when I was doing a news reporter. But when I got to have this special knowledge area about gadgets, it really even took off some more. So I've been doing the Today Show for like 10 years. And I have about 25 local stations around the country that I show gadgets on. So it's a fun niche. I'm really lucky. I love what I talk about. So it's great.
Well, I especially love, you made it fun. Yeah, what were you? I think in P-Town, and you actually bring in drag queens and into your entire show. And it just, it's amazing.
I mean, look, you can't find anything more interesting than a drag queen. So I figured, why don't we make drag queens the contestants? And I actually worked with a drag queen earlier in the Zoom version of the game show, Candy Samples. Yeah. And she was such a big hit that I'm like, you know what? Why don't I do an entire segment where all the contestants are drag queens? And so when I was in P-Town, you got a lot of drag queens there. It seemed like the perfect time to do it. So I tried to break away from Zoom and do that. And I'm still exploring the game show, trying to see how I can morph it into something else. But it's a process. I hope your viewers and listeners tune in and check it out. If they go to gadgetgameshow.com and click on the YouTube link, it takes you right to the channel and you can see the shorts, you can see the long version, all that. And here's the logo. So shameless plug.
You're good. But even better, you were talking before, and we should show them what the game is like.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's what you and I will play right now. We've got a couple of products right here. So for example, let me grab this one. Check out the product.
Oh.
So it's like.
Okay.
This is from a garage inventor, a mom pop inventor, came up with this idea. It's purchasable.
Is it used in the kitchen?
Ask me 3 questions about it. Yes or no question.
Yeah, is it used in the kitchen?
No, it's not used in the kitchen. Okay, but that eliminates a whole category of things.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Another question.
Is it a decor piece for my living room?
It's not a decor piece. You would use it in the living room, I think, but it does serve a function. A good gadget solves a problem. So this is a problem solver.
does it does it help with airflow in my air conditioning system?
Oh, I can see that. The fin here kind of
Yeah.
gives you that. But nope, not for airflow. Give you another question. One more question. Then we
Okay.
have to,
Oh. Then is it used for like plumbing and water and for in the pool or something?
nope. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's used in this direction, like this, because I've been kind
Yeah.
of swinging it around. So
Yeah.
this is its function position. Does that help you at all?
No, I am lost.
Okay. Then we're going to flip over the cards. And the answer is this is called, okay, it's the Sofa Stud, which by the way was my nickname in college, but that's another story. Sofa Stud. It's about $11. And what it does is it goes between the cushions of your sofa and it becomes a place to store your beverages. So it's the couch potatoes must-have gadget. That's why I would call it Sofa Spud, but
Yeah.
they've gone with Sofa Stud. But it's a very, again, and about $10 at sofastud.com if you want to check it out.
That is funny because so then that way you don't have to buy one of those really cool couches where you have that whole console in the center.
No, you just stick it between the couch cushions. I have a couch right there. I've used it many times. It works really well. And it's, again, a mom pop, a garage invention, I call them, which is what my book is all about. And what I try to mostly show on the Today Show and other shows are these kind of homemade ideas. And, I always love about an invention is that it not only is an invention, but it also reinvents the person who invented it. They're a school teacher or they're a nurse or whatever, then they invent this product and they reinvent themselves into being like an entrepreneur. So it's really an American story. It's very, I don't want to sound too Pollyanna, but it really does kind of like, tug at the heartstrings of what America's about.
I love what you do. Are you, I know you're saying you're on different TV shows and so forth as well, but any exciting things for the future of where all this is going to go?
I don't know. I mean, I think I had a plan of like, I'd love to have my own show or be part of something. But at this point, no, I had a show, a reality show on the Food Network for a season called Invention Hunters.
Yeah.
It did really well. It got great numbers, but the person who had greenlit it was no longer at the network by the time the show was airing. So it didn't get picked up for a second season, but maybe there's another show out there for me, or maybe not. I'm having fun anyway. So it's working out okay.
And you are a great conduit for if somebody has something interesting. I noticed that even from your website that you're really open to said, once you know the theme of a show, you can bring it on.
Yeah, exactly. So I post say Today's Show. I'm going to probably have a post next week. And then whenever they say like they want, gadgets under $30, that would be good for, grandma. Well, then that's what I'm going to be looking for. And then that's what I'll be calling out for. And then I give them a whole slew of choices. They pick the 7 or 8 they think are appropriate. And those are the ones I end up doing. Want to play another round of the game show?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do better.
Okay. Well, it's a learning process. We're raising your gadget IQ. This is the product right here. It kind of floats in space.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I always get this Star Trek vibe from this gadget. It might be this shape here that it creates. It's kind of like the Star Trek Academy logo, but but it has nothing to do with Star Trek at all.
Is it something I would use outdoors or indoors?
Definitely indoors.
Okay. This is an indoor gadget. And would it be used in my kitchen?
It would be used in your kitchen. So now you've really narrowed it down. Definitely a kitchen gadget. It's got these interesting little. It
does. Is it used to help prop and hold something up?
Nope, it doesn't hold something up.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a hint because you now earned it. This little button right here, there's some batteries in here. And when I push it, I don't know if you can hear it, it vibrates.
Okay.
But it is a kitchen product, so I don't want to, you might have the wrong idea here, but it does vibrate. It has 3 speeds.
Interesting.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think why I would want something to vibrate in my kitchen with a little light.
Exactly.
And it would prop up. Am I using it when like a pot when I'm cooking?
Yes, you are. Oh, you're getting there. It's getting warm in the kitchen. It's getting warm in the kitchen, Matt. I think almost there.
Oh my goodness, but I'm still lost. I can't imagine why I would be putting that in my pot.
You are right there. Ugh.
Oh, it's something when the food is done and you want it on display and you're putting that up. No,
Nope. Functional. It's not about looks. It's about getting something done. It's solving a problem.
I do not. I'm so close, but I can't figure it out.
We're flipping the cards over.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of your viewers have any guesses. They should write them below. But here we go. As Matt mentioned, it takes a pot, you put it in the pot, and then when you put it in, it stirs. So like your risotto or your oatmeal or your soup, you can go walk away from it and it will keep stirring it. It goes in one direction, then it turns and goes in the other direction, and it will stir it for you. So you don't have to sit there and stir. You can do something else. And the bottom half of it pops off. The dishwasher safe. It takes, I think, 3 or 4 AA batteries, and that's the story.
It's so obvious after you describe it.
Yeah, once you see it, that's why I think it's so. That's why I like the game so much.
Yeah.
I go to all these trade shows where you see table after table after table of product, and sometimes you look at a product and you know right away what it is. But more times than not, you look at it and you're like, "What the heck is that?" And when you find out, it's like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like why didn't I see it all along? So I think it's part of what I think makes the game fun. So
I think so too. No, I love this. And I'm going to make sure, that as you were saying earlier in the show, when we were talking, your website and all that, I'm going to make sure when we post this, that the links to all your sites and social media are all there. And
I would really appreciate it. And again, if you like gadgets, you like a little game show and you want to learn about new gadgets, I hope people check it out. If they go to gadgetgameshow.com and then click on that YouTube link, I think at this point we have about 65 episodes loaded on. In fact, the one we're loading this week is another drag show. So we've got our 4 drag queens again competing to guess what the heck is that.
I love this. And I look forward to being able to, hopefully, since we're not that far from each other, connect in the real world someday soon.
Absolutely. I was going to say the same thing too. And before we started, I'm here in New York City. I'm hoping when you and your husband are here in town, you can meet up with my partner and myself and we can hang out. I would love that. So please don't be a stranger.
You got it. But thanks so much for being here with us.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
Take care now.
It feels good, so good.